Okay, today is June the 21st, 2015, Father's Day. Today I attended church at St. Mark's United Methodist Church in downtown Atlanta, which is the gay one. Roughly 90% homosexual, but you might as well just say gay men. There are not that many women. The senior pastor is Reverend Dr. Beth LaRocca-Pitts. She started off Catholic at her father's church, but at the age of 14, she joined her mother's Methodist church. I managed to get in from Reverend Dr. Beth that her parents had made a deal with the Catholic Church when they got married that the children would be raised Catholic. But Beth eventually became switched over to Mother's Church at the age of 14, joined, got a license in lay ministry, began preaching, and eventually went on to divinity school and Harvard, met her husband, another minister, PhD in psychology, but he's also a minister. I guess he's Reverend Dr. Mark. And then they got married, had children, and then now Beth eventually ended up as senior pastor at the Gay One Church, St. Mark's United Methodist Church, downtown Atlanta. So I can't imagine, I went up one day after Sunday service and asked her, what was it about the priest at St. Joseph that inspired her to become a Methodist minister? In the website, with the St. Mark's website, her profile, she said that at the age of 12, she realized she would be happy with no other job than that the priest at St. Joseph did. Although I asked her, what was it about the priest that inspired her to become a Methodist minister? I guess she didn't catch it, the minister part. I was actually making fun of her. She didn't flinch. She repeated exactly line for line what was already in the profile that I've already read. And I was like, yes, but what was it about him that inspired you to become a Methodist minister? And then without really getting an answer to that question, I suggested one for her. Well, you obviously do have a talent for public speaking. Obviously, I didn't say any more than that did to her. What I was trying to hint at, she should have been able to tell without me even bringing it up, that I do not have a talent for public speaking. I have a hearing impairment, a speech impediment. My voice is not music to the ears. So not all people can become priests or ministers. But later, during the faith, as I participating in the faith seekers, I also told her that it sounded like her father had been slighted, not the father at St. Joseph, but her real father. Because in her profile it said rather than go to University of Georgia, where her father was professor of pharmacology for 40 years, she went on. So it sounded like he was snubbed, like he had been slighted. And she kind of found this humor when I said that. She didn't say anything. She just sort of kind of laughed nervously. And then shortly after that, I found out that her parents had made a deal with the church, and that's why she started up being raised Catholic. So Reverend Dr. Beth, at a very early age, learned. Beth did not tell me this. I'm figuring this out on my own. At a very young age, because of the deal made between her parents with the church, that religion is all about politics. And she learned that at a very early age. The same as I learned with my father being a medical doctor, small town, Arkansas, population 4,000. My mom, a registered nurse, but she gave up her career to become a housewife when my first sister was born, the firstborn. So I kind of have a special insight to death for my father being growing up with a father who delivered a lot of babies, small town, Arkansas, that become eventually indoctrinated, like I was, with the Methodist Church growing up the first 18 years of my life, First United Methodist Church in Paxton, Arkansas. I saw a different version of death than most other people did, and she saw a different version of churches than religion, politics, and so. And then shortly after that, I noticed I went back and read the profile again. And she changed it. She removed the part where her father sounded slighted, her real father, but it still sounded like her regular father, St. Joseph, the priest at St. Joseph, was slighted. And I was talking to one of the members of the faith seeker class that I began Bible study class that I began participating with, that she went into competition with the priest. And no, she didn't go into competition with the priest. Like, oh, yes, she did. And I went through the whole deal, how she left the church at 14, then lost a member. She began preaching, around the district around the age of 17. That's in competition, and she just kept on going. Married, had children, and now she's the senior pastor of a church 90% gay men. And I don't think you can slap a priest across the face more than that. And he said, the older man said to me, "Keep up the good work." And I was like, "What do you mean, keep up the good work?" I thought he was being sarcastic, and he kind of stumbled on it. And I don't think he was. I think he was just surprised. And I also told him that I can't help but see a big difference from the church. I grew up in Arkansas, the Methodist Church, and the Glen Memorial United Methodist Church, which is located on the campus of a secular Methodist institute, Emory University, and which has a Presbyterian elder president, free from love of money, supposedly, who is the president of Avery University, a Presbyterian elder, and who believes that the sign of true intelligence is the ability to hold two conflicting thoughts at the same time, still being able to function. Well, when it comes to God, I don't think you can hold two conflicting thoughts at the same time. Either you believe or you don't. And the only way I can see holding two conflicting thoughts at the same time and being able to function would be actually an agnostic anonymous, or an outright atheist, and he's just not admitting that. And yeah, I'm all over the place. I know this. So today's Father's Day. So, and with the Roman Catholic tradition, St. Father's Day can be also an honor of, the celebration of your spiritual priest at the church. So, Reverend Dr. Beth is, I'd like Reverend Josh Emerson. He is the gay pastor at that church, assistant pastor, minister of social justice, and he recently, a few years back, he got held up, and him and his partner were having a picnic at Piedmont Park, and a group of young black men held him up at gunpoint, and it's almost considered a hate crime because they were, harassed because they were gay. And not far from Piedmont Park is the slum where the black people live. So I can see these young black men probably being pissed off seeing a couple of gay, I don't even know what ethnic origin his Reverend John's partner was at the time. But, two gay men having a good time in the park, obviously financially comfortable, and they probably feel like, they're straight, and it was probably just too much for the blacks to take, and that's why they probably harassed them more than anything. So, but as I read how Josh went down to the court, antagonized over this, what he was supposed to do. He went down to the courtroom and sat through every trial. But what really, I didn't hear coming from Reverend Josh, from what I read about him, anything that really sounded like he was acknowledging that he truly understood, life from the perspective of these young black men. So we have 6 young black men in jail, while at the same time, recently this church, while Jason Carter was running for governor of Georgia, Jason Carter had given in to the Baptists and okayed this gun carry anywhere law, and even the churches. Well, St. Mark's had a sign out front after doing this that said, this is the house of prayer. Don't no gun. And I think this recent massacre in Charleston, South Carolina, where 9 black people were killed by a young white man, 21 years of age, trying to start a racist war. I just cannot help but feel that even the white, everybody's screaming terror for this young white man, hate crime. But even at 21, this day and age, they're still pretty much children. And I think people are really accepting their responsibility for both tragedies. Whites are not accepting their responsibility, fair share of the responsibility for that 21-year-old going into the church and killing 9 black people. I'm not, condoning what the guy did at that church, but I think to truly address the problem, we have got to accept more responsibility rather than just associate with every crime scene be a crime and a victim, and it had to go beyond that. I'm very much into diffusion of responsibility. And I don't see that coming from Reverend Josh. I don't see that coming from Reverend Dr. Beth. I don't see that coming from any members of St. Mark, my church I grew up with, or even the people associated with Glen Memorial. And I don't know. They're just today being Father's Day, and my father being deceased, frugal Republican father going. No, he was a doctor, small town again, delivered a lot of babies. But this is something that my family in Arkansas, why I keep distance between me and them. This is my sister, 7 years older. I'm going to admit to taking some storytelling liberties here, but not anywhere important you might think. But this is a dialogue between me and my sister. Donna, are you aware that our deceased, frugal, Republican father charged just as much delivering black baby as he did a white baby? Yet it's his party politics that's holding them back from their fair chance at a slice of the American pie. Yes, man, I am already aware of this. But he sent them one final bill, and they still didn't finish paying him back. Donna, you really do need to stop cheering for the Confederate Army every time you watch a Civil War era movie, especially considering all you do is play tennis with your rich lady Republican friend, but that's just the way it was back then. Yes, Donna, you are so right about this. It is a very good thing that there has been some improvement since. But it was our family having had nothing to do with any of this improvement. Your family still having nothing to do with any of this improvement. She goes into a fit. Well, so that's why, it based on my life experience, my family, people I grew up with in Arkansas, even the people that I know that are Methodist here in Atlanta, nothing has really changed. Nothing is going to change for the better. It's just Jesus fucking Christ backwards, Christ fucking himself carries on. That is all I'm able to see, and that is why I am an outright militant atheist. Truly, we are all agnostic anonymous, so there's no way we're going to know. They are never going to be able to prove to me that there is, I'm never going to be able to prove to them that there is no God, and they are never going to be able to prove to me that there is a God until they kill me. And that's not fair, and that's too little too late. So I'm going to stop right here.